And sure. Okay, so I just kind of made some like Google Doc things here. Nothing fancy. But actually, I was just going to kind of quickly go over just some new coach stuff, just in case we do have some new coaches on here. Welcome to the team. These are just sort of 4 basic things that you need to keep in mind as a coach, whether you are brand new or you've been here for 5 years like myself. Number 1 is have fun, keep it simple, do your program, and be proof the products work every single day. That is your number 1 job, and that is always going to be the thing that will really determine your success in this business if you are being faithful to your own journey. Number 2, add to your network daily and invite your friends, family, coworkers to join you on this journey. Decide on a start date for a group that you want to host, and connect, invite, and follow up. Number 3, help your customers get results and fall in love with our programs and products just like you have. And number 4, expand your mindset and ditch the self-limitations. Dig deep into personal development. I always say this business will eat you alive if you do not dive into personal development. One book that I really recommend as a new coach is The Slight Edge. I didn't read it as a brand new coach, but I read it pretty like in my early days of coaching, and it just like I still think about that every single day. And I believe that there is a Slight Edge book for not kids, but maybe like older kids into the teenage years. And I just need to look it up because I would love for my children to have that same type of mindset that the whole Slight Edge is built around. It's incredible. So new coaches, become a success starter and earn your free ticket to 2021 Summit. So in order to become a success starter, you must hit Success Club for 3 months within your first 6 months. I recommend just doing it in your first month, second month, third month, like right out of the gates. That will earn you a ticket to Coach Summit, as well as a spot in the next pilot test group. So I'm just looking at Michelle right here because she is in our next pilot test group with Autumn. So like super, super cool. Hold on here. And it's just like a really amazing opportunity. So definitely become a success starter if you are a new coach. And if you hit Success Club all year long, you will earn a trip for yourself and a guest. So that is a pretty cool perk to this business. And check the team page. Make sure you are checking into the team page and check the team calendar. The pinned post at the top of Abundance Nation will literally tell you everything you need to know as a coach. And if you yourself are signing up new coaches, add them into the team page, tag them in the pinned post. Like, don't get overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, what do I do with a new coach? I don't know how to mentor a new coach. You don't need to. You tag them in that pinned post, and they have everything that they need right there. You just obviously need to be their support, their coach, their upline. But the information is all there. This business is simple. And connect with your coach and upline for support. Use our team pages, team calls, national wake-up calls. The Beachbody Champions page on Facebook is an amazing resource. Have fun, help others, and be a change maker in the life of others. Okay, so let's get to tonight's topic. So posting with business intention and CTAs. So CTA, call to action. I'm gonna just be totally transparent with you. I wrote out these little notes and stuff at like 5:30 a.m. this morning, and I have not looked at them since. So I don't even know if they're gonna make sense, but whatever, I don't care. So my first question for you is, and this is something that I ask all the time to everyone and to myself, do you know what you're inviting to? Do you know right now what you are inviting to? Because if you don't have something clear and concrete, you most likely aren't going to hit your goals. It will be kind of a fluke if you do, because you're not being clear on what you are inviting to and what you have coming up. So do you have a plan for your challenge group or a free group? Whatever it is that you want to run next, do you actually have a plan for it? And if so, have you laid out how you want to add value and what you want your customer client to experience? So think about these things. Really, really sit and think about these things. Knowing what you're doing will help your marketing, and it will help you become excited about what you have to offer. I can get so excited about the groups that I have coming up because I sit and I spend some time thinking about, okay, what do I want this group to look like? Who is this group for? What kind of value am I going to provide in this group? What can I do to really like blow their minds so that they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like that you are providing all of this support and these amazing resources. And then I get excited about that. So when I am really clear on what I want this group to look like, who it's going to be, I get like passionate and excited. And then it's super easy to post about it and to talk about it. If you're not excited about your challenge group or whatever you have going on, you're not going to talk about it. Case in point, my wellness club, which has been like my baby for so long. A lot of you guys are in my wellness club. I have not felt passion for it since we moved to BOD groups. I've like lost my passion for it. I haven't talked about it. I haven't talked about it at all. So I know that I need to find my passion for it again and figure out, okay, what do I need to do differently? What kind of value can I add? I need to spend some time in there building that community and connections again, because then I'll be excited about it. And then that will make it so easy to talk about it. Okay, so for example, I kind of created this example to really just go with what we have coming up. So this is like definitely a plan. Oh my God, there's a fly. This is definitely a plan that everyone can put into place for the coming month. So this is, I could have used any type of example. And at first I was like doing an example of a 21-day fixed group. But I'm like, no, let's just use a real example that we can all use and move forward with tonight. So an example, a 30-day running program that starts on October 12th with a prep week happening the week before. So enrollment will open on October 5th. And you need to be clear on a start and end date of enrollment. Start and end date for the enrollment, but also for the group. So right here, I'm being very clear about it. Like, this is like my brain dump. This isn't actually, I'm not posting that on social media. This is just me doing my planning ahead of time. Okay, I'm gonna run a 30-day running program. It's gonna start on October 12th because we know that this new running program launches on October 5th. So enrollment's gonna open on October 5th. I will probably close enrollment on the 11th, and then start date will begin on the 12th, and it will go for 30 days. So clear cut plan, right? And we all can use this plan for October. So get out your calendar, you can start writing in these dates. So the plan, you can add new clients into our team-wide 30-day breakaway test group that we're gonna run, or you can run your own. And you can just use the challenge group guide to get all your content, your posts, and plan to add in some live video content. And then send each new client a welcome email when they enroll with you. So that's sort of like your plan moving forward, right? Super simple. You've got your group, you've got your enrollment date, you've got your start date. Here's your plan. This is gonna be a group. Either you're gonna add to our team one, or you're gonna create your own. You can use the challenge group guide because there's a challenge group guide for every single program that Beachbody has. So you don't need to create tons of content. That would take forever. We used to have to do that, by the way. They never had any of these resources when I first was a coach. And then plan to add in some live video content, and have a new coach email ready to, not a new coach, a new client email ready to send to your customers when they enroll. So you can just send them like immediately an email. And I will draft up something as well for this test group that we're all gonna run and participate in. So layout, value, experience. What can you add to your group that is extra? Don't just stick with the challenge group guide and expect them to be engaged. Make your group unique. I have learned this the hard way. And when I just simply copy and paste the content from either the challenge group guide or from an outside source that I've purchased, it's all amazing content, but there's just something about the energy put behind it when you just simply copy paste schedule it out and expect it to run and expect people to engage. There's just, honestly, I think it's just an energy thing that everyone picks up on. So I always just plan some extra stuff. So, you know, when my wellness club was like really happening and I planned to get it back up and happening, I had like monthly themes. So, you know, one month I would maybe really talk about like journaling. So each week I would give like a new journal prompt, and I would have people buy the 5-minute journal to just really like get that habit instilled in them. I always love adding book clubs into my groups. I think people love being told like, this is the book we're going to read, go get it, and we're going to hold each other accountable. I've done like morning routines, like just, you don't need to make these epic things, but even just like once a week, going in with a live video about something specific that you know can help your audience. I once did like a trigger series all about different like emotional triggers. And like, I just, like, you Google this stuff, like it's super easy to figure out this stuff, or like whatever it is that your people need. Maybe it's, you can do like an organization series or whatever. Just have fun with it, because if you're having fun with it and if you're putting that kind of grit in behind your group, it changes the energy of it, and the people in there love that extraness to it. So plan to go live like 2 times a week in your group. One of these can be you doing your prep on the weekends. That's such a helpful thing. I think we, you know, if you, assuming you are someone who is like prepping pretty consistently and meal planning, like that stuff sort of comes very easy and natural to us. And we forget that it is not natural to other people, and that other people, it wouldn't even occur to them to like hard boil a dozen eggs on Sunday and cut up carrots and celery and cook some oatmeal and maybe roast some sweet potatoes. Like that to them, if you tell them to do that and if you show them, like it seems super easy. It seems really, really simple, but that is like groundbreaking for some people. So don't underestimate those little, small, insignificant things that you do daily, because those are often the things that most people are not doing. Like even water, for example. I do not think it's epic to drink copious amounts of water, but then there's other people who don't even get in like a glass of water a day. So just sharing even tips on how to increase your hydration, or why drinking water is so important, how much water you should have. These really easy things. I sort of, and even doing a video on how you make your Shakeology, that's really helpful for people. And even if there's people in there who don't have Shakeology, that's going to entice them to maybe want to try it out. Maybe even throw in some facts about Shakeology and why you drink it and what are some of the key ingredients in it that you really resonate with. Talk about personal development and do a book club. I'm always a big fan of doing a book club. And it doesn't mean that you have to like I'll just, when I do a book club, like I don't even know what that means really. I just tell them like, we're all going to read this book together, and I'll do a post on like Sunday nights just saying like, drop your takeaways. Where are you at in the book? How are you feeling? What are your aha moments? And I'll do that like every Sunday, the same post. So it's not like we're getting together on Zoom talking about a book, because that's weird. It's not weird. I shouldn't say that, but it's not my thing. And then be the best challenger in your group. Set the pace and set the standard. So you've got all your details planned out. You kind of know your plan. You've got your start and end date. Then you market and invite. So talk about it on IG and Facebook. Tell your friends and invite them. Make a list of the people who you want to invite or who you've maybe had conversations with in the past, and invite them. Invite people from your church, school, social circles, invite your acquaintances, family, friends. Ask your family and friends if they know of anyone who would be interested in. Also ask your previous clients and challengers, do they have anyone that would like to do this group as well? I always try to get into the habit of when I sign up one customer, I'll say to them, let me know if you have any friends or family that would love to do this too. And I'm happy to chat with them and we'll get them into the group as well. Another thing I was going to mention, so the reason why I kind of just put that in there, like obviously talk to people about it, but when I first started my first challenge group ever as a brand new coach, I didn't even really talk about it too much on social. I just went to the schoolyard one day after dropping off my my oldest in kindergarten, and we were just hanging out on the schoolyard as we always did. And there was like 4 moms, and I just was chatting with them, and I just like finally worked up the courage and said, "Hey, if I were to run like a 21-day health and fitness group on Facebook, would you guys be interested?" And they were like, "Heck yeah, that would be amazing." Like, yes. I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll send you guys details." And that was how I ran my first group. I had like 3 people in it. And I also did the same thing at work one day. I was sitting in the break room at the hospital, and I just said the same thing, like, "Hey guys, would anybody be interested in doing this?" I made it super casual, and they were like, "Yeah, awesome." I'm like, "Okay, I'll send you details." And then that was sort of how things got rolling for me as a coach. So never forget about like real life connections that we have. So your job is to expand your network, put a program out there, and invite, invite, invite. Okay, so let's talk about posting with intention. If you're not on your phone right now, because I don't know if you'll be able to use your phone and stay on this call, I don't know. But I want you guys to open up and get onto your Instagram right now and just look at your profile. Okay. So we're just going to kind of like audit ourselves. And there's no shame in if you end up being like, "Oh boy, like have I really screwed things up?" Because my Instagram has been like a work in progress, and I didn't even start Instagram. Like I didn't even create an Instagram account until like 2 years ago, maybe 2.5. I don't know. Everyone was like on Instagram except for me, and I did not want to be on it. But then I just caved and went on it. But I had the worst pictures as a coach, like the worst. Like you can ask Brian Provenzano, like Amy's husband. He will vouch for that. I had the darkest, crappiest, grainy photos because I had a Windows phone. Did you know that like that even existed? Windows phone. I had no data on it. Like it was the shittiest thing. And my house had awful lighting. I didn't know what I was doing. So my Instagram for a very long time was awful. And it's just like continually gotten a little better because I've just learned these things. So you're just going to audit your own Instagram, and just, it is what it is. And you'll learn some things that you can maybe improve on. So in your bio, on your Instagram, do you tell your audience what you do, who you are, but most importantly, how you can help them? Maybe just like put in the chat, like, "Yep, yep," or like, "Ooh, maybe not so much." Because they probably don't care if you love pizza or coffee or you're a dog mom. Like they don't really care about any of that stuff. They want to know what's in it for them. They want to know very clear how you can help them. They don't care if you're a health and fitness coach or a health and wellness coach. In fact, that might even make them like run for the hills. Or if you have anything about Beachbody really in your bio, because even though they might learn to like fall in love with you, that's going to just initially be a turnoff. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. So are you connecting to people like yourself in the first 2 seconds that they see your page? So when you follow someone or someone just stumbles upon you, however they do that, they're going to look at your page, and honestly, in 2 seconds, maybe 5, they're going to decide right then and there if they're going to follow you. It's like they're not going to read your content necessarily. They're just going to quickly look and be like, "Yeah, I want to know a little more." And that's when they might like click into some of your stuff. But if they don't want to follow you, it's going to happen very, very quickly. And do you have a place in your bio that they can go to learn more? So do you have a link in your bio for people to click? Now, this can be a Facebook page. If you have like a free community on Facebook, it could be that. Once we get like our info group open for this new program, you can put that in there. If you've got, like, you can create a link tree. If you just like Google, like go to Linktree on Google, you can create different links. It's super easy. It's free. You can even just like use, like how I'm on Google Docs right now, you can get a bunch of recipes from the Beachbody website and just put in like 3 dinner recipes. And you can even say like, click below for 3 free recipes. And that will get people to like click onto that. So giving some value or something that they can, and even at the top of that doc, you could even just put a little bit about yourself, or how, if they want to know more information, to send you a DM, or you've got an upcoming group. Like, you can get creative as you want, but utilize that to your advantage. So I have like an info page on mine where they can just go and learn more information about a group that I'm launching, but that group is over. So I really should update my profile. Okay. So I just grabbed a couple screenshots just to kind of give you an example. So here's Brianne. She's a mom of 4, teacher, wife, and health and wellness coach, supporting other moms to gain the energy to follow through and reach their fullest potential. So that's like really specific, right? She's not like helping moms live their best life or helping moms get healthy and fit. Like, she really got specific on what she specifically helps people for. So if I came across this and I was somebody who like was start again, stop again, like couldn't really get my shit together, wanted more in life, but just was feeling stuck, reading that, I would be like, oh, okay. And then she has a Facebook group here. I don't actually know what that would take me to, but if I wanted to know, I could just click on it. And you know, right away, I see, we're going to talk a little bit about it, but I see these like really clear, crisp images. They all kind of look like they look like they have the same filter on them. The rest got cut off, but I can get like a good glimpse into her life and what she's like. And if that was my person, like if I had young kids and like that's somebody I would want to follow, right? So she's attracting her niche market. And then I just grabbed Michelle's as well. I didn't even tell them that I was grabbing these things, so hopefully they're fine with that. So she helps overwhelmed yet happy women embrace their chaos. I am building an empire while raising 4 kids. We were made for more. Live and love your life. So she also has a Facebook group too. I think it would be helpful to even have that line just saying like, for more info, click below, or like, because I might not click that because I don't know why should I click it? Like, I want to be told like, click this link for, or like click below to see, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So, but this is like super specific. She helps overwhelmed yet happy women. That is like, that is so specific, right? Because there are overwhelmed women who are not functioning. There are overwhelmed women who are feeling depressed and anxious and are not coping in life. She's not talking to them. She's very clear. She's talking to overwhelmed yet happy women. So she's really niched it down. So I love that. And then again, well, I did have more of her profile to see, but you can get a good little glimpse of what she's about, right? It's not just all Beachbody in her profile. And then I grabbed Camille's as well. So I help women restore confidence in their body post-baby and find freedom and joy in the messes of motherhood. So wife and mom of 3, RN turned stay-at-home mom. So this is great because again, and as you can see, everyone's is completely different. Like, those are 3 coaches on our team, all in somewhat of the same stage of life, but they are attracting 3 completely different groups of people. And that's really, really important. and she has a link tree here. So if you wanted to know what like a link tree link looks like when you click on it, just go to Camille's profile, and she probably has, I don't know what she'll have there, but she'll have like different links you can click on. And then her profile got cut off too, but you can see her pictures are bright, crisp, clear, and she shows just a variety of different stuff. Okay. So once you get past your bio, are you sharing your program or sharing your journey with the program you're doing now? Do people know that you are working on yourself, following a program, doing these amazing workouts? Are you using bright, sharp, clear images? This is really key. Like, and it's something I've had to work on. So I just feel for anyone who is like struggling in the photo department, because oh man, it's something that I just really have to work on. And I am always really hard on myself too. But just stand in front of a window, like just start to notice the difference between a well, bright lit photo. It's just going to do so much better on Instagram. If your photo is dark and grainy, it's not going to get any attention. So the lighting is key. If you have a day where you're feeling like good and looking good and just like feeling confident and cute outfit, cute hair, whatever, go and take a bunch of different photos. If you're out and about somewhere where it's like nice background, maybe you're outside, maybe something completely different than just like your regular home property that just gets boring, take as many photos as you can. Like just go for it and have them on your phone, because you can use those at any time. Like the photo that I put up today, well, that was from like last week, right? Because today I look like this all day. So there's no photos being taken today. Oh, Shauna, do you have a question? No, nobody. Okay. Just interrupt me if you guys do have questions. I should check the chat. Okay, you guys use Linktree. Awesome. Okay. And are you keeping your content focused? So it all kind of goes back, and I'm sure you guys, if you've been on a few calls, you've heard about like your buckets, right? Like having sort of like 5 buckets that are you. So obviously health and fitness is just going to be one bucket for all of us, right? Because that's what we do, but it's just one bucket. Another bucket for me is nursing. Another bucket for me is cycle syncing. Another bucket for me is conscious parenting. And then I would say like nutrition is probably another bucket. So I really tend to stay focused on just those buckets. I don't stray too far too often. Like, because it gets confusing and distracting for the viewer. So what are your buckets? And just try to stay in those buckets just to keep that consistency and that focus within your post and your content that people follow you for. Are you adding value? It can't always be about you. It's so easy for us to talk about ourselves, and we think that like it's the most epic post, but reread it again, like write it, and then take a minute and then come back to it and just make sure that the person reading it is going to get value. Because if it's just all about how awesome you are and how like amazing you feel and how good life is for you, it feels really good writing that. And because I'm guilty of this too, but it's like, how is that helping someone else? Am I spinning it to add value? Something that I will do is I write the post, and it comes very naturally to me to be like, I was this, I am that, like all about I. So I'll write that, but then I will kind of go back to it and I'll edit it and I'll put it into like you. So, or we. So for instance, like I can talk about like, I used to be overwhelmed and burnt out and angry and irritable, but instead I could say, I know you are feeling irritable and angry and burnt out. I know that you, are just going through the motions day in and day out. I know that you don't think there is a solution. I was the same way. The Megan 5 years ago woke up feeling tired and angry. Like, so do you see how I just changed the wording just a little bit? Because people don't want to read a post about you. They don't. Like, maybe your close friend and like your mom does, but people don't want to read about you. They don't want to read about you. They want to read about them. So just flipping it a little bit, however you can, to just make it about them. Okay. And then, are you always telling your story and building connection? So you want to make sure people know what it is that you're doing. Like, you're clear about what you do. But if you only do that, oh, there's a huge fly in here. If you only do that, people are going to get really tired of following you because they don't want to just hear about what you do. So make sure that you're giving value, because that's what's going to make them stick around. And make sure that you're telling your story and building connection with people, because that's what's going to make them trust you and want to do what you're doing. Okay, and have you clearly defined what it is you do and what it is you offer? What do you have for people to join right now? Are you being clear about that in your Insta stories or in your posts? What can people join right now? Or when is your next start date for your next challenge? So right now, I'm just sort of like about to sort of flip into October and I'm going to be starting to talk about what I have coming up in October. I've taken the last few days because I just launched like my group that started on Monday. So now I'm just kind of like taking a few days just to like give the launch a little bit of a break, but I'll be flipping back into it like in the next couple of days of like, okay, I've got something coming up, like enrollment will be opening. So I flip right back into that launch mode so that people know what I have coming up and what they can join. And what do you get when people enroll with you? You know, just talking about your challenge in your group, people don't know what the heck that means. So you need to be a little clear about what it is that they're actually going to receive, and also what outcome and experience that they will get when they join you. One of the best ways you can do this is by sharing testimonials from other clients that you have, other people on this team. If you go into our team page and type in transformations, you'll see a bunch of transformations pop up from all the coaches on our team. So you can use those stories, use those images, and that is how you show people what happens in this community and what happens when you commit with our programs and products. And obviously use your own transformation if you have one as well. And we all should have a transformation. I'm not talking about a physical transformation. You might have that, you might not, but you should have like mindset transformation, a growth journey transformation. And those are really important to always be sharing too. Have you posted a call to action that connects to your viewers' pain points and offers a solution? Nobody cares necessarily like the details of the program and like, you know, like, oh, Andy, push it. Wait, just 1 second, guys. Yes.
Sam and Alice are eating like Sam's eating like crackers, and Alice is eating like not the cooked popcorn.
Okay, it looks like you're eating because you have crumbs on your face.
Yeah.
Okay, so no more eating. Can you go tell them all to stop eating? Okay, go shut my door.
But they need to, like,
Go shut my door. Okay, so are you talking to people about their pain points? They're not going to join because they're so excited to get a year of Beachbody on demand or to get a 30-day supply of Shakeology. Yes. No, because you guys don't need to eat right now. This is what happens when I'm like solo parenting and they should be in bed, but instead they're now eating all the packaged snacks. So are you talking to them about their pain points? That is going to be what gets them to join. Not the details necessarily. It's going to be the pain points. So what are the pain points for your ideal customer? Basically, what were your pain points? Because those are most likely going to be the pain points that you'll be most easily able to speak about, and people will relate to you the most. And that is really what you need to focus on, is the pain points and how you can solve their pain points. And walk your viewers through what they can expect and the resources that they will have. So you can do that on your Insta stories by like showing the group details. You know, there's lots of different meal plans you can be showing, the Beachbody on demand, like 2B mindset stuff, ultimate portion fix stuff, the Beachbody blog, the nutrition plus stuff, like all the workouts. When you can just show them a visual of that, it gets them really interested. And then you add in their pain points with that, and it's like, that's when they convert pretty easily to wanting to do this. And, you know, we talked about this a little bit, but have a specific sign up date with a deadline, because that creates urgency. When you have a start and stop date to your enrollment, it puts pressure on them. And you can even state your cap. So like saying, I'm only taking 10 women for this group. Like, I'm only taking 10 women. And you can even screenshot, like, you know, on your notepad, you can have people's names and just list from 1 to 10 and just put people's names in there as they sign up to be like, yeah, 6 more spots, guys. That's it. Like 6 more spots. Like, who wants the next one? And you know what? If you have to make up the first few names, do that. Like if you're getting nobody, well, put a few names in there and people will be like, oh crap, like people are signing up for this. Okay, maybe I want to do this. It creates FOMO. And then direct them to how to get in touch and sign up. Be very clear at the end of your posts and also on your Insta stories what people need to do next. Like humans are like creatures that need to be told what to do. And when you can put on the end of a post, like, comment below with a heart emoji or a fireworks or whatever, and I will send you details. Tap the poll below. Send me a DM. Not like, if you're interested, let me know, because nobody's going to let you know. If it's too like wishy-washy, fluffy, light, they're not going to follow through. You need to be very specific. Like, this is what you need to do next. Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is sort of your homework. Decide, Lucy, can you shut that door, please? Decide what your next challenge group is going to be, the start date, the end date, which I gave you guys sort of a layout. So if you just want to do the team-wide one that we're doing, awesome. You know that enrollment's going to open on October 5th. I would have the enrollment close on the 11th. Start date is starting on the 12th. Very clear, 30 days. Prep will begin you know, a few days before that. So as the enrollment period is open, that's also when prep will start. So you'll be able to add people in as soon as they enroll. You can add them into the group. Adjust your profile and really state who you are, who you help, and share your journey with your program more clearly on social. Work on the images if you need to. Invite, follow up, follow up, follow up. Okay. That was sort of what I had. What questions do you guys have? Either on that, and then we can just kind of do a little bit of a Q&A if you guys have any specific questions about like anything to do with anything, basically. And you can just unmute or you can use the chat box. Everyone's good? I feel like you're going to say something, Michelle. Are you?
I took a bite of peanut butter like right before you said that. So I had to like, yeah, there you go. What I'm loving right now is Unstressed, and everybody that I have doing it loves it, because I struggle with meditation and journaling, and that's like, oh my God, it's been struggling for like over a year. So with this program, I actually look forward to doing it. So the women that I have Bar Blend with doing it, or anybody, I'm adding on this as well, because it's 10 minutes. It's doable. And some women, they're like, okay, I didn't get my workout done today, but I did the meditation. So like 10 minutes or 30 minutes, I feel like even if they're not mentally or physically working out, they're kind of getting a little mental workout. And I feel like that's just beneficial for, like, again, my target people, overwhelmed yet happy moms. So I think it's just a kind of a great thing to just kind of add on. That's simple. That is like, it was a free program added on. It was nothing that we had to pay extra for. So I think it's a good thing to talk to about as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really all I wanted to say, because I find it's helping me.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that, and I talked about this, I don't know where I talked about it. But I think that for anybody who's like sort of newish to meditation, or even who's been doing it for a while, like I've been, doing meditation consistently for a while now, but there's some days where I just don't do it because I'm like, I don't even know, like, what do I want to do today? Like, sometimes I'll just sit in silence, but if I want to do a guided meditation, I'm like, okay, what do I feel like doing? Like, I know I did a good one last week. Where was that? Was it on Insight Timer? Or did I find it on YouTube? Like, where was it? Who should I listen to? What do I need right now? What do I feel like doing? And 5 minutes goes by and then I'm like, oh, screw it. I don't have time to do it. Whereas this, it's like, I just love things that you can follow and just like, this is what I'm doing today. It's super easy. It's like following a workout program too, right? There's no thought process. It's like, yep, this is what I'm doing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So definitely dive into that if you haven't yet, because I think it's so great and so doable for all of us. Oh my God. Do you guys have any other questions?
I do. I had a quick question about where to find more information about the actual running group that's going to be coming next month, just so I know kind of how to talk about it.
Yeah, so we're going to be opening up a group next week is October soon. We're going to be opening up like an info group soon. And what we're going to do, and I will answer your question in better detail than what I'm doing right now. But what we're going to do, just so you guys all know, is October 5th is the launch date for 30-day breakaway for coaches only. So only coaches can purchase on the 5th. Customers will be able to purchase like, I don't know if it's like the 18th or something. I don't have the exact date, but it's a few weeks later. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it very similar to how we did MBF. If you were around for that, is we're going to run like a 3 or 4 day info group all about this 30-day breakaway, but also about coaching. So we're going to combine the two, and we're going to really sort of not take we're going to talk about obviously building the business and how awesome that is, but we're also going to just talk about like how beneficial it is just to be part of this community, even if it's to become a discount member, like just to be part of this community for the discount to get into this test group. So we're really going to do that, which is when we did for MBF, we had so many coaches join our team in like a week, like crazy amounts. Like it was like 90 something, I think, in total that ended up joining us. So we're going to do that again. So stay tuned for that. So just so you're aware. So even if people don't want to coach, they can still join this info group, because we're going to make it very much like, if you're here for the business, awesome. If you're not, that's cool too. Like this is the value you're going to get out of it. But if you want actual details about the program, go into the FAQ in the back office. So just in your teambeachbody.com account, and there probably will be something right there on the main page about like the new program coming. But worst case, you can scroll down to the FAQ and just type in 30-day breakaway, and you'll see all the information that you need. And then also, have I shared it yet? Oh yeah, I think I did. I shared a PDF that has the sample workout in it, and also details about the program. So that's in the team page, but if you guys maybe haven't seen that, maybe I need to post it again. But it has all of the details about the program and the free workout. So you can post on social, like who wants to try out this free workout, you send them that PDF and they'll be able to check out the info and access the free workout. So there's cups all downstairs. Okay. Oh, Shauna?
Yeah, just a quick question. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do the running group. Should I still promote it and still
No.
maybe just try and do like the at-home workout part of it, just because I don't think my knee can handle it?
Yeah, I would for sure. Because again, people don't care if you're going to do it.
Mom.
True.
They do not care.
Mom.
They don't care.
Mom.
If you talk about it and share how excited you are about this program, nobody cares if you do it. They just care that you're going to be able to help them through it.
Mom,
Yeah.
cookie.
Lucy, bring
What
it
I
back.
plan on doing, because I've not been lifting weights right now, I will do the running portion and continue on bar blend. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do part of it, but not all of it. So then you kind of still have something you can post or share about, or you could post other people's stuff too. And like if they're like doing the program, like we can share that stuff too amongst everybody. So just to kind of adjust it, so you don't have to do it where, like, especially if you're in like the middle of a long program or something right now, just take little snippets of other people's stuff, like 8 Obsession. There's a few people.
Any other questions? Okay, awesome. All right, well, thanks for popping on tonight, guys, and we'll talk soon. Good night.